smack, Nick.
I was waiting for you to throw it on the ground. That's why I started recording.
Oh, we started recording a while ago instead, and I just flailed around. Oh.
Yes.
Anyways, so basically this video's this is going to Fallout up because guess what? Fallout 4 confirmed. Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is Liam and Brandon.
Confirming the Fallout.
Yes, you can find us on Twitter at Dreary Erie. At the Dreary Erie, even.
I think I copied down the password wrong for that, but we'll do that later. Basically, I would like to say we're super excited, like, so excited. Excited? It's been a long day.
I wasted a large part of one of my classes, because as I was in the class, and we had just heard the Fallout, well, we had heard the Fallout 4 announcement, like, the previous day, like, we had known that there was going to be some sort of announcement, basically, Luke and I, who were in the same class, we were using some computers, and Luke decided to, check it out, and yeah, we see this thing, and it says a Fallout 4 trailer, and it says, like, posted 1 hour ago, and this is for YouTube, so I start saying, it's a fake, it can't be real, it's a fake, because I am always overly skeptical, even of things that supposedly should have been confirmed. So, he goes to Bethesda's site, basically, and he finds it there, and mother of God, that trailer was so sick. It was so very, very sick.
It's going to end up with me having to make fames of the character just for the airship in the background. Just put fames in the game.
Oh, yes. I'm a druid. See my magical powers. I have Shillelagh, and Oasis. And I know a dead ghoul tree.
Anyways, what I was doing when Fallout 4 trailer came out was I was taking an aptitude test for the military, which was Canadian Navy, or Canadians. And I got home and I'm like, my brother was like, there's a trailer for Fallout 4. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. I start watching and I'm like, so, power armor. He's like, power armor. I'm like, does this mean we have the Brotherhood seal? He's like, no, it can't be. I'm like, okay, NCR? Probably.
Can't, in my opinion, obviously not NCR. I mean, there was nothing hinting towards it at all.
Well,
more Brotherhood. I mean, look at Eric Todd Dellums going freaking ham on Twitter, just being like, he's making something that Fallout fans are going to enjoy, and it's like, yeah, he's gonna be in Fallout 4. Just you wait, Three Dogs coming back.
Well, I only presume this because when you look at the factions on how they work, I should probably get my brother for this because he knows lore better than probably both of us.
Don't you doubt my lore knowledge.
He knows the exact lore.
Does he know New Reno? He better damn know New Reno.
Probably.
He better know all the lore. Because unless he knows his Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 lore, you are overselling him.
He might. I know he knows the Skyrim lore very well. Better than me.
I'm sure he's pretty knowledgeable about lore. I'm just saying. You're acting like I don't know much about the lore.
No, I'm not asking. I'm saying he knows a lot of the lore.
So anyways, yeah, but like, why is it that he would believe it's the NCR?
Well, think about it. The Legion self-destructs. Because that's how they're built. They automatically self-destruct no matter what.
Whenever they happen to self-destruct. Because remember, we're saying the NCR Legion, second NCR Legion battle for Hoover Dam happens 2281. Of course, Legion's going to self-destruct, but the NCR doesn't even have the forces to take Arizona, let alone...
Yes, but the whole Legion as a whole, like Arizona is going to, it just destroys itself. It wrecks itself from the inside.
Still don't have...
So nothing blocks it from moving toward east.
Yeah, East Coast.
Nothing stops them from going east.
Still, they do not have the manpower to go through Arizona. Even Arizona's landmass as a whole, just not even including any military conflicts, too large for them to maintain. So it kind of depends on the time period that this new game is taking place in. But if this is anywhere near 2281, there's no way in hell the NCR is booking it all the way to Boston,
I don't think it's taking place after. I think because there's this thing with Fallout where they usually skip 40, 80 years ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So there'd be time probably to get the power to go east.
I don't know. I don't think there's any reason they couldn't have the story with the Institute take place at the same time as Fallout 3's story, or even a bit before Fallout 3's story. So, as for time placement, it's up for grabs. But what I noticed is that the Vertibirds that we see...
Pre-war.
Yeah, well, we see, of course, the pre-war Vertibirds, but additionally, we see the Vertibird flying over what looks to clearly be post-war Boston as well. We see pre-war Vertibird, but we see this other Vertibird that is black, and it has, like, red on its tail.
That's Brotherhood of Steel.
As we recall, black and red is the color of the Brotherhood of Steel outcasts.
Yeah, okay.
Which, as I call them, the real Brotherhood of Steel.
Are they the ones that are really douchey?
Yeah, they're douchey and they only care about technology, but that's the real Brotherhood of Steel for you.
I like the other Brotherhood, not the New Vegas one, the Fallout 3 one, I believe, Jace, where they're like, oh, you're pretty cool, and I'm like, oh, thanks.
New Vegas Brotherhood was so much more like the original Brotherhood, in that they were complete assholes, but they would let you in if you were sufficiently useful, or they would at least trade with you, whereas Brotherhood Outcasts are just complete douches, and Fallout 3 Brotherhood are a whole bunch of bleeding hearts, so, you know.
Hold on, I'll be back. Just, like, hold up the conversation. You know what, I'll say this first. I like when you get to New Vegas, you start to befriend the Brotherhood, and like, yeah, you can buy stuff from us, but not our restricted stuff. I go into their shop, and there's just a mini nuke launcher and mini nukes in there. I'm like, this isn't a restricted weapon? Interesting.
Yeah, you know, could just probably end all of them.
Matthew, we're doing a podcast about Fallout. You want to join us? Fine. Okay. Okay. This is the things I have to put up with. Okay. No, yes?
So yeah, I don't,
We're discussing more.
I am doing it on and off when it needs to be studied. So.
Okay.
It needs to look like I'm studying.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's that then.
Yeah, I guess.
Besides, like, I don't think there'd be too much of a point with the whole involving too much of another major faction into FO4, kind of just because they already have the Institute lore and everything.
I totally want there just to be like an Irish vault.
You know there's at least gonna be shillelaghs.
I really hope there is.
There will be shillelaghs.
They're really messing up if there isn't like shillelaghs or anything involved.
It looks like they're focusing mostly on like the Revolutionary War monuments and things like that.
Yeah.
Like Bunker Hill and all that, but
there was that ship. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
Excuse me for not knowing that. I probably should.
It's time for us to get Washington's musket as a weapon. Washington's musket.
There's some interesting things. Like I believe it's. You have to excuse me for not memorizing this or researching too much. There's the really post-war town that has diamond. That's called the Diamond or Emerald City. I can't remember what.
Yeah, it's like the Diamond City.
Yeah, it's the Diamond City, which looks really nice, and I do like the game because.
I never checked. Was that supposed to be? Is Diamond City like the moniker for Boston? Like I don't know.
Think so
It's probably the pre-war name for Boston, but I don't know Boston's like special city name.
You're like experts in this. Just like tell us. We're not. We can tell you things that you probably don't know about us, but
No, that was that's pretty interesting. Bringing it over to Boston.
I wanted to see Detroit, to be honest.
Well, of course, we all want to see Detroit because then that gives us a slim chance of Windsor being included.
Yeah, but more importantly, because you know how Detroit was, like when, like in the 50s, it was at its height of its time. It wasn't as corrupt.
So Detroit might actually be pretty cool, making nuclear cars and everything.
Mm-hmm. They probably would have been at that point.
But like thinking of what the Fallout 4 trailer was like, I like the graphics to an extent. I like them for like what the world looks like. I think all the color, the additions in color.
Yes, that's what I wanted to talk about. They removed the green filter, or is it a yellow filter that they have in Fallout New Vegas?
I don't know. It's always just very brown and like the skies are green and it's depressing.
Mm-hmm, I know, but I feel.
Of course, mods help, but you know.
I feel that you can make something much more horrifying by putting in all this destruction, but keeping it in a vibrant way.
I think
because it gives it a sense of irony.
BioShock, to an extent, was capable of doing that. I think BioShock did a pretty decent job of such thing. BioShock Infinite was just like entirely color, which was a bit interesting. But yeah, I like the new color schemes and things like that, or the new color just in general. I like how the environmental design is going. From those engine scenes. Yeah.
Did you mention that engine?
Oh no, what's the engine anyways?
The engine is a modified version of the one that, if you play this game, I recommend you would, of the game, Zoo Tycoon's game engine. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Same engine.
Wow.
Just very modified.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
You have this, then you compare it to Zoo Tycoon, and you're like, this is the same engine, just really modified.
So yeah, don't worry about Gamebryo anymore. So yeah, that's something that was pretty interesting. I thought the graphics looked okay. The character models still look stiff and kind of ugly. We can all agree on that. But that was to be expected. This is Fallout. But you know, they're giving you a large open world. I'm not sure if there's gonna be hella loading. If there's gonna be a hell of a loading time again, I might complain. But if loading times are cut down, then you know I'll be fine with lower, kind of lesser graphics. I mean, besides, we'll end up having mods, but mods generally don't fix animation.
Mod it till it crashes?
Yeah, basically. Now it's a superior game. I hate Fallout. Obviously not.
There was the, on the website, like, someone was looking at the code and they found a script saying how, basically, I believe it's the Master Brain, this is where my lore falls apart.
Master Brain, yeah.
Which is what's in charge of all the vaults. On the coding it says Master Brain is dead. Please contact administration of your local vault. Which basically he was the one who was supposed to open all the vaults.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen for this vault, obviously, if he died.
Yeah, no, that's interesting with 111 and such, because you could meet the Master Brain in Fallout 3. Exists in Fallout 3, obviously. Now...
was it Fallout New Vegas that had the DLC where you go into the virtual reality simulator?
Yeah, Fallout 3 had you going into Operation Anchorage with the
Not
VR.
that one. That one, don't mention that DLC.
If you're going to talk about Tranquility Lane, that's the base game in Fallout 3. That is the main plot line.
Right. Right. That there was a vault in that.
Vault 112, yeah.
112. Boston in Washington? Washington, I think.
What?
What?
Boston is in Massachusetts.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're close.
Okay, yeah, they are close to each other, generally speaking. Which is another reason why the NCR is not going to get to Boston easily, because Liberty Prime.
Liberty Prime's the best. You never see Liberty Prime again in any game, though.
Yeah, even he'll be rebuilt, and he would fuck the NCR shit until the NCR just gets tired of it, and having mastered the solar power of Helios 1, they will just fire death lasers down on it. Except for the fact that they won't, because that death laser does shit damage, and they do better just firing mini nukes at it.
And you can just I love how you buy off a child too.
Yeah. Yes, it's beautiful.
It's just like, me? Oh, I can buy this thing off a kid. Why would I be able to buy this thing off a kid? Buys it off him, fires it. Oh! Oh, okay. Well, now that everyone hates me.
So yeah, it's interesting. Maybe, because we don't know anything really about Vault 111, or even why it's opening, and what the experiment was even.
From some very suspicious that some people will actually, I'm even going to I want it not to be, but I'm going to take it as fake. There was something saying how, there was like a scripter saying how the character was in a vault that was experimented with cryogenics, and that he's pre-war.
Oh.
And there's a part of me who's like, yes, please do that. I need to have a character who knows pre-war stuff and do pre-war things. That would be great.
The only reason I would find to like really support that is the fact that the trailer does do like a really good job of showing pre-war scenes of like those people running and like the nukes going off. So I'm thinking that maybe that's supposed to represent, like, if that was if that was the truth, that it would represent your character's basically the moments before he entered the vault or something like that.
There's also the thing that people notice. The character you see in the trailer looks very much like the person you see in the pre-war parts of the trailer. Like they have similar hairstyle and face.
Yeah, I thought so as well. That's a bit interesting. What's also interesting though is that inside of the gas station in that scene, there's tons of weaponry. Like there's ammo crates, there's a minigun, there's all those laser weapons.
There's a Pip-Boy on a workbench.
So it looks like it's some sort of crazy survivalist hideout even, especially with the power armor and everything. So I'm thinking, like, who has access to this? Like, if the guy in the Vault 111 suit is the player character, it's like, is this just like them like being like teasing like, this is the stuff you can get in the game? Or is it like literally just like a location where you find, because there's no location in the game where you'd be able to find that. I guess it's more like just them showing all these things that will be in the game but aren't yet in the game.
What I find interesting is that on a workbench you can find a, like in the trailer, in that scene, you can find a Pip-Boy on a workbench, which may suggest like they're going to have an upgradable Pip-Boy. Which, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well,
I mean, it's cool. Do I want to have to go search for upgrades for my Pip-Boy?
Yeah, at least I think weapon mods are definitely coming back. Which is a good improvement that New Vegas made, really.
There's the possibility that we will get vehicles, like we can actually drive, which would be cool, because that's, because,
they're going to bring back the Christless Highwayman, and you're just going to drive that.
And you're going to modify it to walk on robot legs.
It's like, what happened? Oh, some asshole from Arroyo showed up and just cruising in a car. Here, you can take it. Except for, obviously, the fun thing is that in New Vegas you found a crashed Highwayman, which indicates that the protagonist from Fallout 2 just fucking drove his car into the ground, and the courier finds his car. Like, why is this filled with stim packs and energy cells?
Ball Biceps was here.
Oh, it's like the freaking Chosen One didn't actually know how to drive, so as soon as he went driving his car...
It's called Cthulhu. You have to roll for driving.
Yeah.
Roll... Oh, I got it.
And he screwed it.
Yeah, he screwed his roll.
So, yeah.
There's some other really cool things going on in that trailer.
Oh, tons of...
A lot of it looks like it was based off of the earlier games, like 3 and 1 and 2's concept art. Like, the Protectron is an ode back to concept art, definitely.
Yeah, and what I also thought was interesting is how basically I felt like the opening scene of it was reminiscent of the Fallout 1 intro, where you have that old Radiation King television. And on the television, they have, like, in Fallout 1, they have, like, the car, that one, like, blue car or whatever that it's showing you. And I think... I can't be for sure, but I think, because it's been a while since I've seen the Fallout 1 intro, that the car outside of the house in the pre-war scene is the same car as was in the Fallout 1 intro and such.
I love making things like that. That's good.
And I think it's going to be cool if we can see more of what pre-war America was like.
That would be really cool. These kind of things I always wanted them to explore a little more is kind of like the lore side of things, where what happened just before the war.
Well, because you can see, like, in any normal household, oftentimes you'll see, like, artwork put on the walls. But you see in like, the broken down parts of that house, or even in the pre-war flashback, you, like, see these portraits on the wall, but all they are like, advertisements for Mr. Handy and things like that. So it's really showing, like, how commercialist the American society became in Fallout, which I think is really interesting. And then, of course, you had, like, the wicked inflation, like the cars that cost, like, $1 million to buy.
I think that was just because they were running on nuclear reactors that they cost so much.
That too, yeah. Well, and there was the whole idea of the resource wars, where basically Europe went to hell and they fought the Middle East and everything.
And then for everyone real think, oh yeah, it's fine. We can have the English come to America. They were fine. Yeah.
I just love how Fallout 3 is just so blatantly like, you know what, British guy who owns a tower. Yeah.
British guy, Tenpenny Tower.
British guy who owns a tower. Yep.
One.
There we go. So
So I feel like there's going to be a large ode back to the first two games to some extent.
Mm-hmm. Which is something that Bethesda has been criticized for with Fallout 3, was not giving enough credit to the old games.
Yeah.
Like how they changed the Enclave power armor to look different and things like that, and how they like barely touched on how because I guess they kind of touched on it, because when at the end of Fallout 2 people thought, killing President Richardson was a big deal because that's like how you freaking ended the Enclave. You killed their president. And Fallout 3 comes over like a slap in the face. Like, by the way, Richardson was nothing. And the real Enclave, because they're based in Washington, they're the real deal. And what you did was shit. You blew up an oil rig. Then New Vegas comes back, and New Vegas is like, it's okay, bud. What you did actually mattered. It's okay. See, we brought back Marcus. Everything's cool now, right?
Yeah, don't donate us.
We brought back, Marcus the super mutant. And then I'm like, give me Gorus and I'll be happy. Give me the talking Deathclaw.
Fallout 2.
Oh, Gorus, you were the best.
Oh, Cuddlesworth. I mean, what? I like the idea of bringing back.
The Protectron concept was really cool, and the way they've done it now, that new Protectron kind of design, this looks really nice.
It looks bendy, so I don't think Ball Arms 2.0 is going to be as permanent hug precision as normal.
Well, he does look bendy, because he looks plastic, and he looks like very, very kind of, like a mass-manufactured kind of unit, and looks very bright. So I think unlike...
He's a Bacatron.
Yes, he's a Bacatron. And just like how the Mr. Handy in the flashback looked a lot shinier than they did, I think now we're seeing actually they're reflecting the aesthetic of the the pre-war a lot more. Because what I want to see is something that kind of works with the 50s kind of look. And if you've seen what stuff in the 50s was, it was all
on plastic.
It was all bright and colorful, and plastic is like the miracle. Plastic is the miracle item. Oh god.
Oh, plastic! You ruined so many things.
But it's it's all bright and vibrant. So I think that we're going to see like that, but of course, covered kind of in a layer of shit.
Of literal shit.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see the Commonwealth, because from what they said in Fallout 3, the Commonwealth is not a nice place to live. It's like the Institute, and then it's a shithole. Outside of the Institute, everything is terrible.
I was saying to my brother how I just kind of want it so you start off in this utopian-like place. As soon as you leave, everything's gone to hell. Everything's just hellish and horrible. And you're like, oh god, what happened?
Well, if there's that one theory that like Vault 111 is like another simulation, like Vault 112, and that you were like in a constant pre-war setting, then that kind of would be it. But
I would like that.
My only issue with the whole idea of bringing the Institute in is that it goes back to the New Vegas idea of being like a hub-based game where you had one major hub to go to, because like Fallout 3, though it did have a big hub because it had Rivet City, and Rivet City was basically the hub. There were other places to go, like there was Megaton, and there's some other settlements like that.
Unless you blew up Megaton. Did I tell you I blew up Megaton and slaughtered everyone in Tenpenny Tower? That was
best solution.
Best
Every time I see that ghoul out front of Tenpenny Tower, I shoot him in the face because I'm like, no! You're not killing daring Dashwood! No! Dashwood stays. He loves you. Dashwood loves all things. No!
It's because I was playing a horrible person playthrough. I'm like, okay, how can I be horrible? Oh, I know. I'll blow up Megaton. Then I'll kill everybody in Tenpenny Tower. That'll be good. There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah, so that was basically that worked. But yeah, Fallout 3 was a bit too hub-based, And New Vegas was like incredibly hub-based in that you had the one hub where you did... Basically, I think the issue was not that it's where all you go to get all your shit, because that's what Rivet City is as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's that New Vegas was so central to the plot that like no other settlement was important at all, really.
How I felt about it too was it was all really clustered up into that area.
Yeah.
And then you kind of just got more progressively desert.
Yeah, because the entire plot is basically go to New Vegas and do things in New Vegas. Otherwise, I felt like going and being able to buy things at other towns was perfectly fine, and I liked Novak and all that. Those were good communities. Fallout 1 was the game where you didn't really have too much of a hub, and that's ironic because there's literally a town called The Hub where you do buy most of your things, but Fallout 1 forced you to travel around everywhere.
I love, I can't say anything about Fallout 2 because the Temple of Trials is the worst idea. Don't do this.
Fallout 2
Fallout
was
4, no
kind of
Temple
the
of
same.
Trials.
Yeah, so that was good. Now Fallout 4, I think, is gonna be... It's just gonna drop you on your ass, really. Like, I think New Vegas had a perfect intro into the game where you were just kind of dropped into it, and you had
a kick in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like one of the best intros I've ever seen. It was just like, well, I'm dead already. Thanks, game.
Yeah, and you ended up with a bit of a tutorial and things like that, but that was great. Fallout 3 was like, okay, you spend an entire 30 to 45 minutes just getting out of the goddamn vault.
I love that too, though, just because it's so much fun after you've beaten the game once, and you just go back and you say, this is going to be my F-around playthrough, where I just mess with the console. Yeah. So you go third person and realize you're just a tiny man, you're not a child.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what's happening here?
He looks just like his father. Fuck you, Liam Neeson. You did this to me.
Sorry. Black Liam Neeson. They modeled his face in Fallout 3 after actual Liam Neeson. So if you select it as it's Black Liam Neeson, and it's just amazing. I don't...
It's so stupid. And people do not give, in Fallout 3, the unsung hero of that thing is fucking Malcolm McDowell as the goddamn U.S. President, John Henry Eden. He is so British. He is so British, but trying so hard to be American.
I haven't seen that. I to be honest, I haven't played through Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I've only played mess around campaigns because I don't know.
Yeah, he was John Henry Eden, and it was beautiful. Eric Todd Dellums does his absolute best playing Three Dog. It's like the best role Bethesda ever gave him, and he actually enjoys the role. Liam Neeson phones it in like a motherfucker. But...
You know Liam Neeson, if he did his normal accent, would be in place in these movies? In these games, in Fallout 4?
Oh, his northern Irish person voice?
Yes, it would work.
Considering we've got fucking Moriarty the Leprechaun, you know?
It would be fine in Fallout 4. It would fit with Boston.
Yeah, with Boston, it would be beautiful. That's why we need Moriarty the Leprechaun to be there, too. But yeah, and like, Malcolm McDowell was actually really good at, was surprisingly good in that. Whereas the other guy that they had in mind for the role was Bill Clinton.
What?
There were talks initially to get Bill Clinton to voice John Henry Eden, apparently.
Why?
I know, it would undermine the point. Bill Clinton is too lovable to be a villain. All he does is go around and fuck women behind his wife's back, I mean.
Hillary Clitoris? I mean, oh shoot, I'm letting my real life jokes infiltrate the podcast.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna get so much hate mail. Just, ship it with $10 and some candy, and I'll read it.
So how about that probably mysterious stranger that just shows up?
You mean the Call of Cthulhu character?
Yeah, I called him that. Like, suddenly it's Call of Cthulhu because it's raining and there's some asshole with a trench coat and a hat walking towards you. But yeah, it looks like he's gonna be the mysterious stranger. Just the return of it. Like, as to whether he's gonna be a character in the plot, I don't think so, but...
No, I wouldn't think so either.
The Lonesome Drifter was as close as we should be allowed to get to the mysterious stranger.
Other things I'd like to see from Fallout 4, I would totally totally want them to explore more of the vaults lore. I'm a lore person. I like reading about it.
Yes, I loved how they explored the, Vault 77 lore in Fallout 3, where you just find the jacket, and you find that note saying that the crazy guy with his finger puppets murdered, 13 raiders by himself.
Oh.
This puppet has killed before.
Oh, that's my favorite, because there's also a comic of it.
Yeah, it was the best expanded universe Fallout ever done, until Nuka Break came around, because Nuka Break is the best thing to ever happen.
Still haven't gotten around to it.
I loved Nuka Break just because, the first movie that they made, back when it was a one-off, was okay, we're in the Capital Wasteland. Then, as soon as they get the series, it's past 2010, New Vegas has already come out, they're like, guess we're going to Vegas. We're in Vegas now. I'm making a walking animation right now.
With the weirdest face, but I'm not going to question it.
This is what my character would look like in the new game.
That's true. Actually, that's what it looks like basically in New Vegas, too. If only you could actually see what's happening. But we reserve that right.
Okay. No, so that was...
Because the vaults are super interesting. I just like reading about the experiments they had.
Every single experiment. And that's so weird how, even in a time of nuclear annihilation, the Enclave only cared about their own survival, but figured that it was important enough that they could waste, trillions of dollars to get these vaults just so they could run a social experiment. The Enclave were some sadistic motherfuckers.
What was your favorite vault to explore, Liam?
Let's see. It certainly wasn't Vault 87. It was central to the plot, so I didn't really care. I think it was either Vault 11 or Vault 13. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the one where they've got all the weird No, it's the one with all the weird political maneuverings. The Vault 21 was creepy as hell.
Vault 21. The first time I saw it, I'm like, oh. What is this? This is not right. This is not good.
Yeah, so that was... Actually, I don't know if it is the political vault, because let me think. Fallout 3 had some sick ones. It had the Gary Vault, which I really liked.
You mean the vault only of Gary?
Yes, there's Gary Vault, and I really enjoyed the one where they, put the white noise in on the people, but, oh god, they're all so good. It's very difficult. Vault 3, though... has an interesting story to it. It's just too much of a small story. You know what? Maybe I do have to go with Vault 21, just because it was so creepy to come across the tiny trog. There were the tiny, not trogs, but the tiny plant creatures and know what they were.
Yeah, and just be like, oh no.
And that was terrible. I also really liked the red and blue vault, where they had the two different people. Two different sides of people who always thought the other was plotting against each other. But I liked Vault 3 just because it was a vault of people that were so unbelievably innocent, and the fiends just came in there and massacred them. Okay, but I really did like I did like the political vault. And the reason why I liked that one was because when you get to the end of it, and there's the sacrifice, right? And then you get that little video played, and you realize that the people could have saved it all if they had just chosen to not sacrifice anyone and just chosen to die together or just defy it. So I thought that was a good one. What about yours?
It's probably Vault 21 or I really shouldn't. I mean, Tranquility Lane, because I just it's. I have to tell you, I play with constant commands a lot because it amuses me. You start blowing at Trinity Lane, and then immediately be killed by a little girl. With a nuclear shotgun, it's good. Nuclear shotgun made everything better in Fallout 3. But I give my compliments to Liam Neeson Vault. Although it's a long entrance, it's just so it's fun to play with the commands in. You kill everybody. You get your tunnel snakes, you kill the girl's father, and then bring her out of the vault with you. And then you kill her outside of the vault because you're a horrible person and you just run.
Time to destroy the water chip. Doesn't this remind you of a game that you once played? Ha 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 ha. Frickin' Amada, literally, like, seeing into the past, like, moving her brain to California so that she can see the Fallout 1 Overseer's speech, so she can exactly copy it when she's giving you the middle finger.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you. You saved our vault. But seriously, fuck you. And Vault 1, the Vault Overseer from the first game just, like, pops out of the ground. His corpse is, like, moved all the way from California to Washington. He just, like, grabs Amada, you line-stealing bitch, and just, like, drags her down to hell.
I do like that. So on a comment to a video, I saw, it's funny. It seems like the most effective Vault-Tec product is the water chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only thing that ever breaks, apparently.
It's like, we need the water chip. Second game, we need the Garden of Eden creation kit. Then, again, water chip.
Water chip. We need the water chip, guys. All the vaults don't have water chips installed or something.
I love how literally that vault was like, let's see what happens when we give them a malfunctioning water chip.
Was that really what it was? Yeah. I really hope you go over to the water chip slot and says, sorry, we forgot to put your water chip in. On a sticky note, just post it on the wall. Guys, how long has the sticky note been used? Signed, John Plumber, year 2071.
I just love how though it's like, okay, this vault is gonna be 1,000 women and 1 man. This one is gonna be 1,000 men and 1 woman. This one is gonna be a man and a live panther. And this one
is going to be the finger puppet one.
A man with a crate full of puppets. And he'll eventually get a pet giant ant. Ronald, you're thinking too far ahead. And eventually he'll go and kill some raiders. What the fuck are raiders?
And this one will be the bottle cap vault. Because for some reason, we're going to have a vault with its economy based entirely on bottle caps. It's going to be super useful. Trust me.
And this vault's gonna be the one where we give everyone guns. Actually, that one was a good vault too. If only because it spawned the boomers, but
I like the boomers. They were great.
The boomers were more interesting than the vault they came from. So
if you're a modder and you're watching this, at least like find a way to give us the flight simulator.
Yeah.
I got to it and they're like, we have a flight simulator. I'm like, let me use it.
Well, while you're on it, change the leader of the Powder Ganger's name from Eddie to Fuckface so that I can actually call EDE Eddie instead of calling him EDE.
I know.
Yeah.
Or not even Fuckface. This is our new game. What name could we give him? Bitch ass, white ass cracker bitch tits?
Boom Pants? We'll call him Boom Pants.
Sizzlar?
Sizzlar. Okay, someone go take Sizzler from Alchest Breach and create a monstrous version of her called Sizzlar. Mix her with Safwagan, the companion mod Safwagan, and then we get Sizzlar. Brennan's killing himself.
Please excuse me while I go. Just merge AJ, Sizzlar. Just merge them. Just maybe put Cuddlesworth's head in the room. I don't know.
So we started talking about just fond Fallout memories, but speaking of fond Fallout memories, Mirelurks.
I really hope in Fallout 4, instead of Mirelurks, we just have giant mutated lobsters. They're not mutated to look different or do anything weird. They're just giant. That's the whole mutation.
But if that was like a Mirelurk that we saw in the trailer, I think that's a really cool redesign. If that's it. Of course, Feral Ghouls got hit the most with the upgrade stick. Though I see the physics are still as fucked as ever. Because you see the Feral Ghoul running, this fucking box just goes flying into another aisle.
Feral Ghoul push a shopping cart. Me, it just looks like Fallout New Vegas with the physics guides. Can you not have, like, you upgraded the engine, just fix the physics a little bit.
Yeah, the physics are still terrible, but I think they've kept those physics simply because they're fun.
Oh,
they've become the fun Bethesda physics.
When Dreary not Ball Biceps. Ball Biceps is the greatest character. when Cuddlesworth. Why did I have such a hard time getting Cuddlesworth? When Cuddlesworth is walking in the tunnel, Al turns around, Cuddlesworth boots one of
Yes.
Boots
the fucking can in his face.
No, it wasn't can. It was a full-sized barrel.
Yeah, barrel. The freaking...
Just boots it into his face perfectly. I'm like, this is
Ghouls,
why I love this game.
This is so beautiful.
Ugh.
Oh, speaking of Deathclaws, though, the Deathclaws got a lot spinier, which was
so Cuddlesworth is going to look a lot stronger, I guess.
He looks like he's on the juice.
You know,
Juice.
the sweetened iced tea.
Well, and obviously we're going to get another Dogmeat because there's been a Dogmeat in every game.
I hope the dog you see in the campaign, in the trailer, is Dogmeat's origin story.
Yeah. Also, if some asshole is going to correct me, I know that Rex isn't Dogmeat, but he's basically Dogmeat, so give me this one.
I know that Dogmeat died, and no, it's not okay. Just give it to me, though. Yeah,
so I already know they're going to create another Dogmeat. We see iBots going around.
Which is good.
Now that's weird, because in Fallout 3, the iBots were definitely Enclave. In New Vegas, they're still Enclave. So we've got two options. Or three options, rather. One, Enclave is still around, which
Brotherhood's still around.
The Enclave being still around in Boston is likely, but I don't think that iBot in the trailer is signifies it, because it was going around in the Boston area, it was going around in the Newtown. So there's no way that they would be allowing the Enclave to be moving around there. Secondly, they have their own iBots, which is possible because they're an advanced society. Or thirdly, they stole that technology from the Enclave and are using it.
What faction has the cars in Fallout 1 and 2?
Fallout 1 and 2. Fallout 2, who had the cars? I don't know. Well, you have the car, the chosen one. Fallout 1, there aren't any cars.
I thought there was people who knew how to repair the cars. I really hope we see Harold the Tree return again. I think it's Harold the Tree. Okay,
that's one thing that, as someone who's played the older games, would know. The Bethesda fucked it royally with Harold just turning him into a tree, because you know how pissed off people were? Because in New Vegas, people were like, shit, well now Harold's not coming back. What, you think that Obsidian basically was, after Bethesda took everyone's Harold away, Obsidian was just oh shit, put Marcus in there. And then they literally grabbed Marcus and threw him. They shoved that giant super mutant asshole.
They shoved it, they took him out
into
of
the
computer screen, they ripped him out. They put it onto their computer screen, just started punching him into the screen.
Yeah, so though Harold obviously had a little tree on his head, they could have just kept it as a bonsai tree. They didn't need to turn him into, Oasis was one of the more interesting parts of Fallout 3, but still, you basically killed Harold, who was a great recurring character, so whatever. As for,
what if he's just Groot, and he's just going to regrow into multiple of himself?
That helps the tree, not him.
Yeah, but no, it's like Groot. He regrows into himself. I'm saying this because I don't know Harold the Tree that much.
But,
this isn't right.
Yeah, he's an FE. Harold was also cool because he was the only FEV mutant. There were super mutants, there were ghouls. He looked like a ghoul, but he wasn't a ghoul.
No.
Which was pretty sick. And he was the only one who actually knew the Master, so that was cool. But anyways, the iBot, the point I was getting to is we have Dogmeat confirmed, but now we'll have another EDE confirmed.
You mean Eddie and not Fuckface or White Cracker Bitch or Sizzlaw?
You can't just put an iBot in, they did this in Fallout 3, but that was because that was the first time we saw them in, in the Bethesda Fallouts, really in Fallout in general. So basically what I'm saying is, bring the iBots back and give me EDE, my best friend, who becomes really overpowered when you have Lonesome Road.
I really just want them, if we jump far enough ahead, although civilization is probably completely established at this point, to Adventure Time amounts, I want there just be packs of roaming Liberty Primes going through the wasteland.
Who made these?
Why is a thing?
You just see frickin' Melchior just like walking around spawning fucking Liberty Primes everywhere.
Oh yeah.
God damn it, Melchior! How do you even get this powerful?
It's just random. They're just there. Oh, that would be that's the dream right there, guys.
Oh.
Oh.
It was, yeah, but actually, what I was thinking is just they need to make more Nuka Break references. New Vegas was fine, what with the Nuka Breaker and everything.
I feel like we need one out just for each. I think he's a big enough YouTuber in the modding community that Bethesda knows about him.
Yeah, but if they reference him, they're gonna have to reference Gopher, and they're gonna have to reference other people because people are gonna get hurt.
Yeah, but he's more important than those people. I hate to say it, but to the modding community, he is probably one of the most important people.
Yeah.
He's the most well known.
He is the son of modding. He was sent by modding to bring us joy.
Exactly. He deserves a reference.
Yes. I do want to see the Nuka Breaker come back, though. Maybe. Or maybe the really sick version of
we have guns here we're not even allowed to sell.
Oh God, no! The really sick version of the shish kebab that Twig had was really cool though as well. Or maybe they'll make scorpion gloves a thing because you need to see the scorpion in that
lobster gloves
thing. Yeah, we have things we're not even allowed to sell, people. Nick and Rouse. I just loved how when he did the Pokemon trainer video, he fucking was playing the Pokemon theme, and he was just chucking Pokeballs to go kill the Nick and Rouse crier.
Oh, Nick and Rouse. If you don't watch El Chest Breach, you're missing out on a lot of our jokes.
But if you don't watch El Chest Breach, then why have you already gone to this much inferior channel to learn about Fallout?
Yeah, except maybe you like our content or something.
Though I could talk forever about Fallout.
I'm gonna say hentai once in this video right there, so we can put that as a tag to get views. Because if we've learned anything, that's how you get the views.
Anyways, yeah, we've kind of gone for a while. I'm gonna have to split. I'm gonna split this video up into parts, maybe thematically. But anything else about that video? Ron Perlman did really well, did really good there. Some people say that his acting was phoned in, but it's like, he's Ron Perlman. I think he did a good job. We needed the War Never Changes thing. He himself seems like he was pretty happy to do the narrator job again, because apparently on his Twitter he said that he had been keeping it a secret for a long time, so that shows that he has some commitment. He's been playing the role for, 18 years now?
Yeah. There's some other things. Someone found a picture of the train schedule, and it says Boston 2015.
Ah.
2015 Boston. If that was there intentionally, that is the best teasing for a game that comes out 10 years later or something.
Oh fuck, they knew. They knew, damn it. They knew. They always knew. But that makes sense because in Fallout 3 they were already talking about the Institute.
Mm-hmm.
They had this planned. They were like Bethesda.
Mm-hmm.
They were freaking like what Bethesda would do. Where Bethesda was like, okay, very first Elder Scrolls game is when we introduce the Nords, and only so many years later are we gonna actually show what the Nords do.
Exactly. I've also it's almost obvious all that because all the times and dates on that are different and way out of whack, and then there's 2015 Boston. And you're like, you planned this.
Well, Bethesda, you sneaky bitch.
I appreciate that. That in the power armor you see in the trailer, it's new power armor.
Fucking badass.
You've never seen it again in any of the other games.
Even the American Forces power armor, they look really freaking sick.
Yeah. I'm so excited for this game. I guess we're going to end this one here.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Seeing as we're at 48-ish minutes. And you've suffered through us. So, have a good day, I guess.
Comment on what you think about Fallout 4, or even about your past Fallout experiences, because this is by far my favorite franchise.
People are like, Yeah, I really prefer Fallout over Skyrim. People are like, what the hell did you say to me? I'm like, I said I prefer Fallout. I don't really like Skyrim. They just like bitch slap me. I'm like,
And then you start praying, Elsama! Elsama, help me!
yeah. I'm like, I just like my Fallout. I honestly like guns better than swords.
Yes. Oh my god, this game is just... I want a future where it's like, this game is just Fallout with swords. Ugh. Except Fallout does have swords, but it doesn't have too many. By the way, if you could make like a legit long sword and put it in the base game
Just
instead of
ask
using
for
your mods,
Claymore.
damn it.
We know you just want Claymore, Liam.
Well, no, because like a Claymore, we have the bumper sword, which is good enough.
I know.
But like, I don't need...
But this isn't Irish. Boston is Ireland. That's how we're going to play this off.
So they're gonna put the Mountains sword, the
Yes.
Mountains Irish broadsword from Game
Yes.
of Thrones
Yes.
into it? Okay,
Yes.
I got that.
There you go. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I've only started watching Futurama. There you go, people. I've watched Futurama. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. Have a good day. Like, subscribe.
And you can buy Fallout 4. You can pre-order it right now.
I don't think so yet.
You can. Go
Yeah.
on Steam.
Is it?
Look at it.
Is it?
I think it's up for pre-order now.
Oh my God. Where's my money, Liam? I need to throw my money at the screen.
Yeah, so anyways, we're not saying you need to buy it, but we're just saying there's an opportunity. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do a follow-up video if we get enough commenters.
Raising your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Yeah. See ya.